Hi class 5, welcome back to your science class. Today again I am back with the same chapter, states of matter. So you have already learned the first part, what do you mean by matter, atoms, molecules and the properties of solid, liquid and gases, right? Now we come to the second topic. See, now we will do solubility. Now solubility of substances in water. Okay, so what do you understand by this solubility? What does it mean? See, solubility of a substance is its property of what? To dissolve in some other substance and to form a uniform mixture, which we have already done in class 4, right? Now what do we understand by this? See, when we talk about solubility, we need to see that the substance which gets dissolved, okay, the substance which gets dissolved is called solute. So, anything that gets dissolved where? In water, right, is called solute. Now, what do you mean by solvent? Solvent is what? The other substance in which the solute gets dissolved. That we need to understand. So, another substance which is present where the solute gets dissolved, right? The solute gets dissolved is called solvent. And what is solution? Why solution is there? Because when this one and this one, this two, gets mixed up, then we get the solution, a uniform mixture, right? What we get? Uniform mixture is called solution. So this process takes place in water. Now why water is important, very important in this topic? Because water is considered to be the universal solvent. That also we have already learned. We know that water plays the very important role when we talk about all these things, right? So water is a very good solvent. That is why most of the substances readily dissolve in water, and that is why water is known as the universal solvent. Okay, now we need to understand, see, when we are talking about solid, liquid and gas, we need to check any of the solid item gets dissolved in water, means in liquid or not. We need to check that. Okay. Now, any liquid get dissolved in water or not, that also we need to check. And we will see gases are there. Few gases are there which get dissolved in water. How it happens, we will check. Now, can you see some substances and things and materials I have kept here? Let's begin with solid. Okay. See here, I have kept so many things here. Okay, so let's start with solid. Now, I pour half glass of water. Okay, when we start with solid, that means what? I am talking about examples of solids which can dissolve readily in water, the universal solvent. Now, what can be those things? Can we consider this? What is it called? Salt. Can we consider salt? Yes, we can. So, if I take 1 tablespoon of salt in this fresh water. Can you see the water now? It's crystal clear, right? Now, I mix this. I pour this and I mix it. After few minutes, after a minute, once I will check again, what I will see, now see, the salt, which is a solid, example of solid, it has already dissolved in water, right? So, water plays the role of solvent here, okay? So, we can say that solids can mix well and give us uniform mixture, which is called solution, right? There are solids, for example, salt. Okay, this example is done. We will see the next one. Let's see. Now, Again I pour half glass of water. That's enough, not half. Yeah, okay. Now can you see another thing over here? I have taken sugar. Okay, I have taken sugar. This is also 1 tablespoon and little more. So I pour it, okay. Done. Now you can see the crystals, sugar crystals. Can you see? Right? You can see water also. Now see how it will play the role of solvent. It will take little time to dissolve as we mix it. So water is something which is very vital when we talk about solubility. So you are understanding its property. Okay. Now here we find that anything that gets dissolved, see I have already written, anything that gets dissolved is called solute. So we have given sugar and it plays the role of solute. Now in this solute, when it gets dissolved in something, is called solvent. Means this sugar, when it gets dissolved in water, that water particular thing is called solvent. And this mixture which I am creating now is called the uniform mixture solution. The previous one, salt was also uniform mixture, okay, which is known as solution. Why I am saying this? Because I am taking little time to dissolve this, to melt this. Let's see what happens. Almost done. Once you stir nicely, you will see the crystals gets easily dissolved in water. Now see, can you see class 5? Now you can drink this water also, right? What is this? This is sugar solution, right? And water plays role of solvent or solute, solvent, okay? Now if you want to drink this, you can drink and you will get a different taste of it. This will give you which taste? Sweet taste. And the previous one will give you salty taste, okay? But seeing this, can you make out? No, you cannot make out. So that is what you need to understand. See, when it gets dissolved uniformly, properly it gets dissolved, readily it gets dissolved, that means you will not be able to find out whether something is dissolved or not, because it has already dissolved in the solvent, and solvent plays a very vital role, that means water. Done. Now let's see the next one. So solids we have done. We have understood that solids like sugar, salt, these are solute and gets dissolved in solvents, that means in water. Now children, there are some solids which we are unable to dissolve it in water, like chalk powder. Remember in last year's class I have shown you chalk powder. We have sand. These type of materials or substances you cannot dissolve in water, okay? So they don't get dissolved. They remains at the bottom. No matter how many times you stir it, it will be at the bottom of that container, okay? Now let's move to liquid. Now solubility of liquids in water. Now most of the liquids dissolve easily again in water, the solvent. You can observe this by performing a simple activity. We will do the activity. Now let's see if we take the example of juices, milk, or if you say few drops of ink. These all liquid substances get dissolved easily in water. Okay, so first we will check in water which are the substance get dissolved, means which liquid gets dissolved. Let's see. Now I have very few example of it. Let's see now. Again I have taken half glass of water, and see here I have kept milk. Two tablespoons of milk I have kept. Okay, so I pour this. Just one to start. Stir it for 1-2 times. Now see, immediately it got dissolved, right? So water playing the solvent role, it dissolves the solute, right? Now in liquid, when we talk about liquid, milk is what? It gets dissolved in water. Okay, milk is getting dissolved in water. So we get this, and it happens easily. So same way, if you take any juice, fruit juice, it will get dissolved. You take ink, few drops of ink, it will get dissolved easily. These are the items, liquid items, which gets dissolved easily in water. Solubility. Understood? Solubility of liquid in water. Done? Let's see now the items, the liquid items which does not get dissolved. I have few, I'll show you. Let's start. So now we will see the liquids which does not get dissolved in water. Which gets, those are soluble. Which does not get insoluble. Right? Now in the book, let's see what is given to us. Some examples of liquids that are insoluble, means which does not get dissolved in water, are petrol, kerosene, oil and butter. The liquids which does not get dissolved. Now I have one example. Let's see. I take again half glass of water. Now here I will pour this, okay, around 2 spoons of oil. Done. And I will stir this. Now see, no matter how many times I stir, I cannot mix this. See, the oil is left over here, and see this. The water level is here and the oil is floating on the top. So I couldn't dissolve that. Can you see it? Class 5. Is it okay? See here. Again I will do. See, again I will stir this. But it will not get mixed. Insoluble substance. Okay? See, again it will come back to its own position. Clear? So you have seen the examples, like instant examples I have shown you. Okay? So, anything that gets dissolved in water, we are talking about liquid, is soluble, and the things or the liquids which doesn't get dissolved in water are insoluble. Now you know these are having some names. When milk and water gets dissolved together, then it is called mixed together, then it is called miscible liquids. Okay? And when, example like oil, butter, these things when doesn't get dissolved in water, then it is called immiscible liquid. Let me write. Miscible means get dissolved. Okay, both get mixed or mixed. And immiscible is what? Does not get dissolved, right? Or mixed in water. So we have understood liquid and we have also understood solid, right? Both we have understood. Anything that gets dissolved in water is soluble. Anything that doesn't get dissolved in water is insoluble. Now let's move to gases. I don't have anything to show you, so you have to understand what I say. See, carbonated drinks are the best example to show the solubility of gases in water. In these drinks, carbon dioxide is dissolved in water under pressure. If you shake and open a bottle of soda, you will see this gas coming out in the form of bubbles. So, if I have to show you an example based on this, means the gases example, then best example is to show you with any cold drink. Okay, when you drink this Pepsi, Thumbs Up, Coca-Cola, all these things, you will check one thing. When you open the cap of the bottle, then immediately what happens? The bubble starts foaming and coming out, right? So why it happens? Because of the carbon dioxide present in that liquid. Okay. Now, when the pressure comes, it automatically bubbles up and comes out. So, this happens because the pressure under which the gas was dissolved in water decreases on opening the bottle, and it releases out in the form of bubbles. Because see, gases are what? Things which we cannot see, right? So it's difficult for us to understand whether gas is present or not. We know it's in air form. So when that mixture is present in water and it mixes well, then once the cap is opened, it tries to move out. It tries to release out from that bottle. So that's why we see the bubbles. Gases in the forms of bubbles. Okay. So this is the best example. When you talk about cold drink, it's the best example because carbonated drinks are the best ones. Carbon dioxide is present and it is mixed there. Okay. Now, besides carbon dioxide, other gases like nitrogen, oxygen are also soluble in water. Aquatic animals. You will ask, ma'am, how it is possible? Aquatic animals are the best example because they breathe in oxygen that is dissolved in water. Aquatic means what? Animals living in water. How do animals live in water? It's only possible because oxygen is present there. They also breathe, no? Living things, right? So living things need oxygen except plant, right? So plant breathes what? Carbon dioxide, releases what? Oxygen that we breathe and animals breathe, right? So animals, aquatic animals, those who are in water, lives in water, they breathe oxygen, and this is the best example, nature example, okay, that oxygen mixes well with water. Hence, are able to survive inside the water. That is why animals are able to survive, those who are aquatic animals. Okay. Now, did you know, you just check this, carbonated drinks are the aerated drinks like colas and drinking sodas. I told you, in anything related to cold drink like Pepsi, Cola, Thumbs Up, Sprite, all these things are all carbonated drinks. Okay. So, we got the example of gases also which are dissolving in water. And to see the example, if you want to see the example, then you have to check with the help of any of the cold drink bottle. Okay. When you next time buy any of the cold drink bottle, you can find it out over there. But it's not safe now, so you won't drink now. Okay. So today we have completed the solubility part. Just a recap what we have seen. Solubility of substances in water means its property to dissolve any substance and to form the mixture, uniform mixture. So what is solute? The substance which gets dissolved is solute. What is solvent? The other substance in which the solute gets dissolved. It's solvent. And example of solvent is water. The best example, the universal solvent. Done. What is solution? The mixture of solute and solvent. That is the easiest way to say. Solute, solvent, mixture. Done. Now we come to solid. Solubility of solid in water. We have seen few properties are there, or few materials and substances are there which get dissolved are called soluble. And there are some materials which doesn't get dissolved are called insoluble. Now in solubility of liquid in water, what we have seen? Juices and milk dissolves easily in water. Done. And when we talk about petrol, kerosene, oil, butter, all these things doesn't get dissolved in water. Now, the things which get dissolved are soluble. The things which do not get dissolved in water are insoluble. Liquid also done. Gas is what we have seen. Carbon dioxide also we have seen. Oxygen also we have seen get dissolved in water. How? Instant example, you can take any bottle of drinks, cold drinks. There you will find out when the bubbles come, you can make out that carbon dioxide is present in it. And when we talk about aquatic animals, how they breathe in the water, how it is possible? Because of the oxygen present in water. So today till this much. Next class we will do change of state. So what are the change of state? How many change of state are there? And how can we explain that? That we will do. Today till this much. Take care. Bye-bye.